sorry for the late review, but now let's talk about Donbrothers episode 36. Kijino is still not over the entire Mio Natsumi thing. He's so down bad he can't focus on his work, and he had the bright idea to yell at his boss, and for some odd reason he doesn't get fired for it. Haruka calls him to come to the Dawn Cafe, where they organize a cheering up Kijino party. Haruka and Saro tries to cheer him up by trying to lift up his ego, except for Taro. That is semi of a wise decision. They have the second brightest idea of the episode by mentioning Mio. Kijino leaves the cafe and the rest of the three follow him. On his way out of the cafe, Kijino discovered that Tsubasa was actually acquitted, and in the purest of coincidences, he runs to Juto Tsubasa. Juto Tsubasa enters a restaurant and starts eating the food, but the food in that restaurant kind of sucks, so he decides to make everybody food and force them to eat it. He pushes Kijino in to eat his food too. Taro comes in and try out Juto Tsubasa's food, but Taro managed to anger Juto Tsubasa by saying that his food is abysmal, and because of that, Tsubasa just runs away from the restaurant. Tsunoni watches everything from above, and she sees that Tsubasa has transformed into a Juto. With the midst of the chaos of Juto Tsubasa, Haruka somehow runs into Natsumi, reciting lines from the play of The Beauty and the Beast. Haruka weirdly mentioned that she was in a movie once, but it was so shit it got cancelled. First of all, thank you, Donbrothers, for spoiling me your summer movie. Second thing, what was the direction for the actress? Because why did she say it like that? Haruka wants to learn from Natsumi, so she follows along with her. First of all, a weird out-of-place training montage with actually the suit actor for Kijino. And after that workout she done, she needs a post-workout meal. So a simp come in a car and take Haruka and Natsumi to a very fancy restaurant. And after they got their stomach full, they went on a shopping spree that another simp is paying for. Both of Jiro's personality fight over food. Kind of weird because it's almost like the two personalities share a body but not a digestive system. I don't know, like I don't really remember how it was fully explained, but it's kind of weird that they really fight over because it's just the same body and you're just two personalities. I don't know. Rumi reminds to Jiro about something that her grandmother used to tell her when she was a kid, that the sunrise has some sort of a chemical compound that can heal wounds. Sonoza and Senoni confront Natsumi about her being a Juto. Senoni asks Natsumi where is the door that connects their world to the human world. She doesn't give her an answer and they start fighting for a bit. And for the entire time, Haruka is just oblivious to all of this, and couple of seconds later, just Natsumi hops out. Sononi doesn't get why Haruka and Natsumi are together, but Sonoza tells her that she's in a slump. Taro confronts Natsumi. He asks her why Kijino calls her Mio and why she's his wife. Natsumi answers that Mio is Natsumi's dream, and somehow Judo Tsubasa shows up. Again, the purest of coincidences happen in these shows. It's absolutely weird. Natsumi gives Taro a little small seed of information. If the real Tsubasa would return to the human world, the Juto copy would no longer be immortal. Hence, the copy would be easier to be defeated. Taro and Juto Tsubasa start fighting, and then, for the first time, Natsumi transforms to help Tsubasa. But suddenly, Sonoza comes to the aid of Taro, and he comes with a message from Sunoi that he wouldn't fall for enemies like that. Sunoi sent Sonoza because he doesn't want to get too friendly with him. Yeah, friendly. Just say it, Sunoi. You have a big old crush on Taro, and you just don't want to do the deed with him. It's kind of disgusting, brother. But he puts it on as they're going to fight again in the future. Yeah, right. Sonoza tries to read a note that Sonoi wrote for him, but like me, he can't read, so he throws the note away and starts fighting the Juto for a bit until they decides to hop out. The same man from the restaurant that Tsubasa attacked watches over everything, and with the case of emergency, he transforms into the Go-Go 5 Hitotsuki, and when he enters an empty warehouse, he crashes to the rest of the Donbrothers, minus Inu, except for Juto Inu somehow can transform into Inu brother. What? How does it work? Like, are the Juto perfect copies that somehow the Dawn Blaster can actually recognize them? Or it's just, hey, because he has the sunglasses, the Dawn Blaster just work? We don't really know about that. We're probably never going to learn that, right? I am just nitpicking for something that shouldn't be nitpicked. Okay, fine. And for the honest reason, Taro just calls for a roll call. We are 36 episodes deep into this series, and this is the first time we get a roll call. What? So let me explain to you about the roll call. Don Momotaro, born from a peach. Sour brother, farewell transient world. Wait a second, did he just put in haiku into his roll call? Oni sister, the manga master, lies, and Inu brother just decide to ruin the vibe. But luckily, the vibe has been saved with the return of Jiro. The Hitotsuki decides to recreate the opening of Go-Go 5, but luckily, Taro activates his golden shower and transforms to Gold Dawn Duo Eagle. He blows the fire away and then he summons his big old peach to destroy the Hitotsuki. But the Hitotsuki grows larger. But the Donbrothers summon the Toradora Oritaijin, but the power of the train is too strong, so they summon the Gold Dawn Phoenix. I don't care what his real name is, this is how I'm going to call it. To create a new combination, the Toradora Oritaijin Kiwami, and with the power of big CGI explosions, they defeat the Hitotsuki. Somehow, the real Tsubasa confronts his Juto self. How did he escape from the forest? We don't know. They start fighting and Tsubasa is able to defeat his Juto self. Well, that was an episode. I was kind of disappointed with the entire situation with Juto Tsubasa being resolved that quickly, but we did get some useful information that there is another way to defeat the Juto except for Don Morosame. But there was a lot of good parts, like the roll call. Yes, the roll call was very much interrupted because of Juto Tsubasa, and that was the most Donbrothers thing that Donbrothers ever did in the last couple of episodes, so that was kind of fun, and we finally got a glance at the Crane Juto, and that's kind of a really cool look. It continues the same design patterns of the other Juto, specifically the cat one, but still making it different, but you can still recognize what's the cat Juto and what's the Crane Juto, not only by its look, but also by its bladed weapon. The cat having kind of like a claw device, while the crane has way more of a dagger. And we are getting small little tidbits of probably Jiro's ultimate form, with the entire sunset can heal all wounds. What does it mean? Will it help Jiro combine both of his version into one perfect being? Maybe that's the wound that the sun can actually heal? And next episode we're still not done with the Natos, because now there is a fourth one, Sonoshi. Now him entering the story would be very interesting. Where does he lie in the battle? Will he ally himself with the other Natos, or he's there from the higher up because they see that the Natos are not doing that good of a job? Let's wait. So thank you very much for watching this video. I'm sorry for the delay, I was kind of sick for a little bit, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe to my channel. Have a great rest of your day.